No, Jose. Yeah, Puentes will be back next week. So Jose, we're talking about you in class coming back. We're excited. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, yeah, we're excited. Everybody's excited to see you. I don't know. Maybe not. If you're asking, maybe I'm moving somewhere else. It might just be him. I don't remember. I got a bunch of students in different classes coming back. I might be coming back. Because while it sounds like it's fun to be at home all day, it's not. It's not as fun as you would think. Like, I'm sure it's fun for the first week or two, and then it's just like you doing work by yourself and not really getting any help. So,
See, but if I went online, I'd get a job.
That's what a lot of people have been doing. But that being said, you also still got to get the grades to graduate. So some of the seniors are like, I'd rather just come to school for a couple months and get this done with, and then I can go literally work for the rest of my life. Let's see.
But I need money now.
For those of y'all that have had me before, I just talked during the review. It shouldn't be the whole class period. I'm just going to go over some general stuff. I have the test right here in front of me. It's not a super long test. It's like 20. What? No. What? How many questions is it? 25 questions. 25 questions. That's not a lot. No, it's not. We're doing this test in Aware, and I would tell you that Aware didn't have any good test questions. So literally all of these come off of either the first test that I gave you on Google Classroom or on your multiple choice assignments from Discovery Education. So what we've gone over, there will be a couple general science questions. I'm not really going to review those too much because y'all are pretty familiar with general science by now. And those should be questions. They're all multiple choice. So yeah, let me turn this on. Thank you. They're all multiple choice, so you should be able to kind of get that pretty well. So the general science stuff, I'm not going to spend much time on. Let's see. So really, we just have 2 units that we've gone through this 6 weeks. We've gone through Unit 2, which talks about characteristics of the solar system. So there's going to be some questions about the Big Bang, about nebular hypothesis theory. So remember that the Big Bang is the theory of how the entire universe formed, and nebular hypothesis theory is just about our particular solar system, and how that formed from a nebula, a gas cloud, with the planets rotating around the stars. There'll be a couple questions about the planets, the inner planets versus the outer planets. Remember, inner planets are rocky and more dense. Your outer planets are giant and gaseous, so they're less dense. There'll be a couple questions about minor bodies in the solar system, like meteors, asteroids. I don't know if I put a comet question in there or not, but like the meteor, meteoroid, meteorite kind of question is in there.
Easy.
There, let's see. I think I went over all that. There's a general question about just what is geology? What do we study in geology? Know how old the solar system is? So, no, that's the universe. So the universe is like 13.7 billion years. 4.5. I might have rounded that on your answer choice. So if you remember the solar system is 4.5, there should be an answer that you can round to that you're like, okay, that's it. But yeah, that's going to be in billions of years, not in millions. Let's see. Big Bang Theory. Know some of the details of that nebular hypothesis theory and how the planets form around a star and they kind of condense from the gas cloud. We went over that in a couple of assignments. Let's see. There's a question on life about life in the solar system on here, which everybody shouldn't find too hard. Remember just that there's reasons for every single planet in our solar system. There's reasons that for each of those that would make it much, much more difficult for life to exist on that planet.
Yes.
So as of right now, as far as we know, Earth is the only planet that contains life or could contain life. The tides, I have one
Moon and sun.
question about the tides. Don't just blurt out the answers for it. There's a question about the tides. There's a question about the moon and how it doesn't rotate. It faces towards the earth at all times. There's a question about astronomical units, which is the distance from the sun to the earth. There's probably a question about, I don't know if there's a question about light years. And because it's the most recent thing, so we get into Unit 3, there's a couple questions about technology and the electromagnetic spectrum. So maybe just kind of look over that chart of all the different types of the electromagnetic spectrum and know where the visual part is that we can see with our eyes. And see what else. I don't think this will be a super hard test. And I always hate saying that because there's always somebody who's going to have a tough time on it. If you have questions during the test, just let me know. But definitely, I believe you can see the correct answers on the assignments that you've submitted, the multiple choice ones, right? So go back through the multiple choice questions, especially the unit thing that we just did. And although I don't know that I took too many questions off that. Look at the unit assessment that we just did not too long ago, and the 2 practice assessments from these 2 sections. We haven't got to section 3 yet, but we did technology and electromagnetic spectrum and stars and galaxies. We did those practice sessions, or practice assessments. So they're multiple choice, and I took some of the questions directly off of those 2. So just go back and review through some of those. There's a question about our star and the Hertzsprung-Russell diagram, so it's in the main sequence. And know that if it's in the main sequence, your outward pressure from your fusion is balanced with your gravity, and so everything's nice and stable. It's going to stay stable until it runs out of fuel, and it starts to either explode or turn into a red giant. There's a question about nuclear fusion. So remember, fusion is putting things together. Fission is pulling them apart. So inside a star, there's really only fusion happening. They're putting atoms together to make bigger and bigger atoms. Stars turn hydrogen into helium, helium into carbon, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger as it goes along. Let's see. I put that supermassive black hole question. What evidence what evidence best describes the supermassive black hole in the center of the galaxies? So we used X-rays to see that supermassive black hole, and I think that's it. That's the last question. So you've seen a lot of these questions, even if you maybe didn't get them right on the assignments. So go back into those. We stopped here at 3.2. That's as far as we went. So maybe look at your multiple choice questions from 3.1 and 3.2. And we did a unit review not too long ago over all of these sections, the Exploring Our Solar System unit review. So I think that's about it. So use today to study or study tonight. If you have questions, let me know. I'll open up that assignment for you in just a second.
Can we take the test today and have to do it tomorrow?
No, I'm not ready for that yet. I got to figure out y'all's logins and I'm still learning stuff about that.
Is that the same test?
Yes, this is like the exact test.
I'm an
You have to pay for that, so you gotta study off of that?
No,
Come on.
no, you get the questions. No.
We used to do that like in chemistry, we had a paper.
I used to do that, but I'm not doing that no more. So, if you have questions or you want to know something to kind of study on, let me know. But if you go back and look through your multiple choice assignments on Discovery Education, you should be pretty good. So, good luck. I will talk to you tomorrow. I'll send you an email about how to log in and take the test. But the test will be tomorrow, and you'll need to get it done before the end of the day tomorrow. So, let me know if there's any issues or problems, and I will get back to you. Thank you. Have a nice day.